Today, my wife told me about something I had never heard of before. That is called Booktube. Um, okay, forgive me if you know what it is. I'm going to try to describe this in my limited understanding of it. And I'm not trying to make fun or anything because all the stuff, all the videos I make and all the stuff I do, I can't make fun of anybody. But from the outside looking in, it's kind of unusual because, um, okay, what it is people reviewing books they've read. Nothing wrong with that. Sounds really interesting. I'd like to find some people that read sci-fi books and stuff like that. But the way they talk about things, and what is it? They have this thing called a, because my wife was listening to one, and she goes, and on my uh, TBR, that's it. I was trying to think, I was like, what was the acronym they were using? And I was like, TBR? What in the world is a what is TBR? Well, I was like, oh, to be read. And I was like, so they're, so that is the one thing I thought was weird. They actually talk about books that they're going to read. I was like, all right, that's a different way of doing things, because I'm um, like I do show like my recent pickups videos, and technically those could be games I'm going to play, but I don't know. I just kind of I thought that was a little odd, but hey, I've I know a lot of things I do. If they watched my videos, they'd probably be like, this guy's kind of weird. I just kind of, it's just something new I'd never heard of, and I like to, when I find out little things like that, like subcultures maybe, or subgenres, like inside of YouTube. Like, I mean, there's Let's Plays, that's a subgenre. Like what I do, like different weird, like vlogs, that's a subgenre. It's just that I just never heard of BookTube, and it's actually something they refer to it as. And also, there is like a, what was it called? Anti-BookTube, I think my wife described it as. And just like the BookTubers seem to get a lot of books sent to them by publishers. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe they buy all their books, but they always say they bought it at Barnes and Noble or something like that. And she said that the ones that are anti-BookTubers say, um, "Look at this used book I bought." They never buy anything new. And what was it? She said there's one that on their they did something like warning uncensored used book photos. I think that was what she said it was, that she thought was really funny. So yeah, I things like that, they really amuse me. I kind of like to see like kind of a glimpse of a different group in YouTube, and how the way they do things. Because like it's like when a programmer, if you're a programmer, you have this like foreign language that you speak when you talk about object-oriented programming and like stacks and all this other stuff. If somebody that's not a programmer, to them you're saying a lot of words they understand, but they don't understand the context that you're saying them in. That's how I was with this whole booktube thing, and I was like, it's just weird and kind of like refreshing to kind of see a little kind of a different take on things. As you saw yesterday in my very short vlog, um, I think my spider friend isn't putting his web on in front of my doorway anymore because I think he got tired of me knocking it down. Um, Today I actually took a bit better video. I'll try to show that now, or it might be after this segment. But yeah, it's really big. The web is. I'm not, and I don't tear it down or anything because he keeps the other bugs down also. So some people are like, "Oh my God, it's a spider." I'm like, "It's a spider. He's keeping all the other crappy bugs away." So yay for him. Um, yeah, I don't know. Spiders have never been one of the things that really scare me. I don't say I don't like spiders. I would never keep one as a pet. I know some people like to keep tarantulas and like just various spiders, and I'm just like, that's a little much for me. But because I remember like once I was playing Pokemon Go, and I was out at some park somewhere, and somebody, I was just sitting at one of the benches, and somebody looked at me and goes, and I don't know if he was trying to see if he got a reaction on me or something. He's like, there's a spider on you, dude. I looked, no, sure enough, on my shoulder. There was a spider. I mean, it wasn't big. It's maybe as big as my pinky nail. I just looked at it and kind of flicked it off and went back to my phone. And he kind of looked shocked. And I was like, but I didn't make a big deal of it. It's not a big, most spiders are not going to hurt you. There's the brown recluse, I think, is one of them that's really bad, and the black widow. But we have the brown recluse here. Black widows, I think I've maybe seen 2 or 3 in my life. So I'm not really scared of those. The brown recluse, I haven't really, I've seen a few times, but I try to kind of stay away from it. So yeah, spiders are, I don't look at as a pest. They do get annoying when you constantly walk through their webs. I do hate that. And it's not, it's like, oh my god, it's a spider web. It's because, oh crap, I got dead bugs all over me. So yeah. So it's basically, if you walk through a spider web, I've seen people like kind of like dance around and do all this other stuff. The best thing to do when you walk, well, okay, this is what I found that works for me, is when you walk into a spider web, if you don't break it, like, and it just like falls on you, just stop and back up. Most of the time, it would just pull right off of your face or off your arm or whatever, and it'll stay there. That was when my friend, somebody saw me, thought something as like a bird or something had flew and hit me in the face when I walked into that really big spider's web. Or what I had done, I had just like bent my head back like that because I didn't want to break the web, and also I didn't want to have dead bugs all over me. But yeah. So they asked me if I was okay, and I was like, yeah. I just walked into a spider, and they kind of chuckled. And I was like, no, didn't want all the dead bugs all over me. And they're like, oh, I kind of understand that, but they still walked away laughing. I know this is another video of the spider web again today, but it's actually a lot bigger today. I mean, this is one spider web here, and that's a different one. And the one that was over here is missing now. But yeah, I think the spider that had the big giant web here, I think he's migrated to here because he got tired of me breaking through his web. I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I really wanted to decorate and do a lot of stuff for Halloween this year. And I just haven't had time. I've been cleaning, doing stuff like that. Between that, taking care of Adrian, and now one of my dogs, I think, is getting sick, so it's making it to where it's very difficult to do other things. Yeah, responsibilities. But tomorrow, I do have plans to get a few things out and actually do a little bit. I'm not going to be able to do the yard or anything like that. I kind of wish I could, but the time to spend outside is, I'd rather spend it playing with Adrian than me setting these things up. So, also we got his birthday coming up, and then we have like a family photo shoot coming up, just a bunch of things like that. So, a lot of the Halloween stuff that I wanted to do is kind of getting pushed to the side. Like, I want to do stuff for my Fright Night Fridays series, and haven't even been able to do that yet. Because, like, everybody talks about the Terrible Twos. Well, yes, the Terrible Twos have started, and I'm trying to hope that they don't last as long as everybody else says they do. Because everybody else says they last until your kid turns about 18. So yeah, I think I got like 16 more years of this. Yeah. I don't know. I just hope he's well adjusted and he doesn't get in too much trouble. I think it's about as best as you can hope for. But, I mean, I hope for a lot more. But, at the very least, I hope that he has friends that he can talk to and that are actually good friends and not just somebody that's going to stab him in the back. That's the one of the things that will help you get through high school really well in this day and age. But I don't know. I know a lot of people I've talked to that are in college and everything. Most of them don't even talk to their high school friends or anything like that because they realize that most of them really weren't their friends. But you never know. Hopefully, he will have some.